What's up, everybody? It's your girl, the Cyn Show. I am back with another episode. How are you? How are we doing? Okay, I hope we are doing amazing. Today, on this day that you are viewing, is a Saturday, and so I am wearing my name plate, Ama, meaning Saturday born, to be born on Saturday. I am Ghanaian. And proudly will wear this until I die. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, this is a channel that is specifically dedicated to be a series of fun and informative health and life coaching tips. We do a little bit of workshops, although really the workshop is what we're going to get into. And then I do have some guided meditations with some badass affirmations. So please do be sure to take a look at those somewhere out there. I will probably tag them somewhere up in here so you can also take a look at those. Every day when you come here as a newbie, but if you're not a newbie, welcome back. You know what the dealio is, but let's let the people who have no clue what this is about, let's let them know. I pull 3 cards a day. I pull 3 cards a day, and we talk about trauma here. And we talk about trauma in a very fun way because trauma is real, trauma is trash, and sometimes we have no clue where to go and where to turn to. And so I have created this channel. If you are down for the cause and you love what's flowing and going, I encourage you to like the video, subscribe to the channel to obviously grow, evolve, and be a part of this amazing family and community who's doing this kind of work. And it also lets the algorithm know that, yep, is healing is a thing. And and also, please do share this with anybody else that you feel like would super benefit from this. And so, with that being said, the 3 questions that we address every day is about what mom told me, maybe what she never told me, what dad will never know, and what I know to be true. And I want you to all know that when I did this and I started this to address my own traumas at the time, I was clearly thinking about my own parents, my own guardians, even, I had aunts and uncles who also raised me as well. And I still took from them and not realizing over time how much that also affected me. And I then, just like you guys all do, we all do it. We're all sponges. We do that same thing that we saw our parents do without realizing we doing it now. Huh? Ain't that a trip? And this is the time where if you realize it was detrimental, this probably is your channel to help you to dig deep and understand why. Why is that so important? Why did you feel the need to do that? Why do you feel like that is the way? You know what I'm saying? Instead of knowing your way, your own way, especially when you realize my way is probably the best way for me. For me. So, anyways, I ain't gonna go too much because I can rant, and that's not what you came here for. You came here to find these cards. And so, with that being said, be sure to keep a journal right beside you. If you don't have a journal, open up a notepad on your phone, on your laptop, your iPad, your desktop, wherever you are writing down any thoughts and insights that come to mind, because that is the key. It's the key to your healing. It's the key to getting to the root. It's that shovel that you are going to be using to dig deeper to get to it all. And it's your aha moment. Okay. So let's go. Let's go. First card. Bam. Karma. First card is karma. What mom told me about karma, or what she never told me about karma. What dad will never know about karma, and what I know to be true about karma. Okay. Ooh. Second card. Grief. Grief. What mom told me about grief, or what she never told me about grief. What dad will never know about grief, and what I know to be true about grief. Okay. And the last card. Jeez Louises. You know better, you do better. Meaning, when you know better, you do better. What mom told me about that, or what she never told me about when you know better, you do better. Although I think mom really told us more about that than dad, but I don't know. Anyway, what dad will never know about when you know better, you do better. And what I know to be true about this, when I know better, I do better. So I think we have to ask ourselves what could be the trauma that I could be dealing with this in any of these energies? Could there have been a time where I have picked up karma along the way? Was there a time where I was dealing with, or I was, something happened and I didn't deal with the grief because I was told I have to be strong. I can't show. I can't let people know. And then this thing up here, when you know better, you do better. The knowing is the hardest. It's the hardest part of it because it's sometimes the slap on the face. It's like, especially if there's anything that had happened and you could have been told countless times. When you know better, you do better. What mom told me about these things, what she never told me about these things, what dad will never know about these things, and what I know to be true about these things. Let's do one. Clearly, that's why also you come. You want to know what's up with me, honey? Yes. So we're gonna do. When you know better, you do better. What mom told me, or what she never told me about this energy. Well, she definitely told me when you know better, you do better. And it's more like you better do. It's more like that. But in her words, it was let it be your first and last. Your first and last. Okay, if you know, you know. And if you are again, if you're an African, if you were an African and you grew up Jamaican, it don't matter. But you heard that phrase. It quickly quickened you up. It quickened you up so that you act right, so that you know better, so you could do better. Sometimes in our life circumstances, life will give us certain things where it's like you know better. You know better. What dad will never know about when you know better, you do better. I think for me, clearly. What dad will never know about this is that it takes a lot to go within to know about what I know. What I know now, I do better with that now. My own truth, my own understanding, my own experiences, my own relationships, my own everything. What I know now, I can do better with that now. I was given a lot of tools about relationships, about how to deal with these, even at a very young age. And I was like, okay, I'm probably going to need this. Let me put this in the backpack. What I know to be true is that you want this. You want to know better so you can do better. I think that's the biggest part of doing this work for some reason. I'm gagged that this is the work. This is the work. When you know better, you do better. So you move better, right? You move better. And when you do that, you do less of this. You have a lot less of this on your back. And in terms of bad karma, because there's both good and bad. You got to build. It's you're building both sometimes, right? The more that you build bad karma, it will always put you in this space. Low key, low key, it really can. And it can make you stay there because you didn't want to do that, right? And so I think that's the key. It's always about what we now know, what we know now, only because it's not fair that we keep going back and blaming our parents, especially when we're at an older age now. And when we are now parents, I'm not a parent yet. I say yet because, hey, you never know. But when you become a parent, I think we really want to be super conscious. We try our very best to be very conscious about these things, right? And so I don't want to go too far into that. And so I'm going to keep it to that. I'm going to keep it to that. And so, again, like I said, these three, you are going to ask and answer those questions and find out which one of these is mom, dad, or is it you, right? Write down your thoughts, write down your insights, write down anything else that comes to mind and how these three categories, or even maybe one of these has been something you've been dealing with for a long time. You just don't know. You just don't know how to let it go because, mom told you this about it or didn't tell you this about how to deal, what to do, and that it was okay to grieve. It was okay to grieve. You were supposed to when things were happening, even though you were the strong one. They should have let you because you're human. You're human. You can't keep going around acting like you don't know better for yourself. You know what I mean? Anyway, with that being said, y'all, I put these three to bed, y'all. And I will see you again. And so remember, every three cards I pull, those actually go to the side. I never put them back into this because this is a forever growing deck because there's so much stuff out there to talk about. You feel me? And there's so many things to heal from. And so join the community, join the channel, join the family, feel the energy, lock in for yourself because you deserve it, and let your year of 2025 be the aha for you. All right. So that's all I'm going to do today. I will see you guys in another episode. I wish you guys all the best. It's your girl, the Cyn Show. And my G's, we be out.